Good day, everyone. Welcome to our discussion, Math in the Modern World. This is your professor, Jocelyn Aguila Aguinao, now signing on. Okay, in this lesson, what do we need to learn in this chapter? So, we need to study the characteristic in nature of mathematics. We have to explore the language and symbol used in mathematics. Use inductive and deductive reasoning to predict patterns. Investigate mathematics pattern or mathematical pattern rather that are found in the environment and explore sequences and ratio. Okay, now class, you are going to have an additional points for this um, lecture, of course, as we go along with. Okay. Why do we need to study mathematics? What are the importance of mathematics in our daily life? Also, the first three to comment down below will get plus 10, second five will have plus 5, and the rest will be plus 3. Okay, you can write and comment it down below as I um, just check it later. Okay. According to John Williams Navins Sullivans, a famous science writer, mathematics, as much as a music or any other art, is one of the means by which we raise to complete self consciousness. The significance of mathematics resides precisely in the fact that it is an art. By informing us of the nature of our own minds, it informs us of much that depends on our mind. True that he said in the center of the history and development of culture, mathematics is evident in ancient time, Egyptian architecture, excuse me, and music. In fact, Pythagoras, the father of numbers, discovered numerical reasons and musical harmony. Okay. What is the importance of this in our daily life? Of course, syempre, ang dami, di ba? Number, it is very, very beneficial to human being in his or her daily life living. It helps us as an individual develop reasoning or analytical thinking and critical thinking too. Pag sinabi niyo analytical thinking, it helps us a person investigate and determine the truth around her or him. Mathematics can explain how things work and phenomenon can be best understood through it. It is evident that mathematics has played a central role in the physical science for centuries and currently being used by life scientists in analyzing pattern present in plants, animals, and human too. The things and benefits of mathematics can do and provide countless. Okay, a knowledge of the basic concept of mathematics will enable people to explore its application and what phenomena and activities of life in this field can be helpful. But now, um, what do you mean by mathematics or what is mathematics really? Oh, additional points ulit yan ha. Okay. 'Di ba 'pag pinagde-define kayo what is mathematics, you usually said, ma'am, it is a Greek word, it is a Latin word from gano'n, gano'n. So, ang mathematics came from a Greek word, mathemata, mathema, okay, which in the ancient Greek language means which that which is learned. A lesson kaya in modern Greek. So it is derived from Mantano, while the modern Greek equivalent is Matiano, which means to learn, the study of mathematics and the use of generalized mathematical theory and proof are the key differences between the Greek mathematics and the mathematics providing civilization. So that is, math is. So there are different characteristic of mathematics. Here it is. Okay, characteristic of mathematics. As you see in the illustration, okay, it is the classification, the logical sequences or sequence structure, uh, precision and accuracy, abstractness, mathematical language and symbolism, applicability, and generalization, which are the general characteristics or characteristic of mathematics, which we will discuss one by one. Okay, let's start with the classification. Excuse me. Classification within logical mathematical knowledge is the process of classification which represents the first step towards learning more complex number concept. So classification generally, or it generates a series of mental relation through which objects are grouped according to similarities and differences depending on specific criteria such as the shapes, the numbers, the colors. That's why, di ba ang preschool, pag sinabi niyong math, it started with the color, with the shape, with the size, big or small. Okay? Logical sequence. It is an idea in mathematics needs to flow in an order that makes sense. The sequence can naturally match what occurs in the text or the main ideas and what the reader needs to understand. It means that each step can be derived logically from the preceding steps. Okay? Kaya nga sequence pagkakasunod-sunod. Next is structure. What does this mean? In mathematics, pag sinabi niyong structure, it is on set in an additional mathematical object that is related to the given set in some particular characteristic or manner and attaches to that set is with some additional meaning or significance. The structure on a particular mathematical set will allow mathematician to study the set further and find the relationship with each other. So, structure yon. Pag sinabi niya namang precision and accuracy, how close the measure or value is to the actual value. It is the degree to which is given quantity is correct and free from error. So precision, on the other hand, is how close the measured value are to each other. The concept of accuracy and precision are both closely related and are often confused with each other. For example, while the accuracy on the number x is given by a number of significant digits to the right the decimal point in x, the precision is of x is the total number of significant decimal digits. Okay? Abstractness. What do you mean by abstractness? Illustration. So, abstractness is the process of extracting underlying essence of mathematical concept by taking away any dependence on real world object. Techniques and methods in abstraction deals with quantitative relation or spatial form, their interrelationship with one another. So it has a great significance in understanding concept in each discipline. So next is symbolism or yung mathematical language and symbolism. Pag sinabi niyo yung symbolism, the language of mathematics is the system used by mathematician to communicate mathematical ideas using symbols instead of words. The language is uniquely constructed in such a way that all mathematicians understand symbolic notation and mathematical formulas. Okay. Instead of saying and, they are just using addition sign or plus. So it's an example. So applicability. Why is applicability a characteristic of mathematics? Because applicability of mathematician can lie anywhere on the spectrum, from the completeness, a completely simple or trivial, to the utterly complex or mysterious. Diba? Mathematician can use in all field of human endeavor. According to some mathematician in any special doctrine of nature, there can be only as much proper science as there in mathematics therein. Many agree that the problem of understanding the significant link between mathematics and the modern science is an interesting and significant challenge for the philosopher of mathematician. It is always in correlated to science. So generalization, our last characteristic. Making generalization is fundamental to mathematics. It is a skill that must be developed among students. Among you, it is of vital importance in a functioning society. Okay, even the dictionary defines generalization as a process or of finding and singling out in a whole class of similar object. Okay, now give me an example of or no. We have to discuss first the nature of mathematics. I'm sorry. What what are the nature of mathematics? Why do we need to study this one? Because mathematics plays such as a central role of modern culture. Some basic understanding of nature of mathematics is required for scientific literacy of the modern world. Look at this figure. The nature of mathematics, di ba? Science of measures. Mathematics is the science of measure, an intellectual game, an art of drawing conclusion, a tool subject, a system of logical procedure, and an intuitive method. Let's discuss this once again, one by one. Why is it considered a science of measure? Because measurement is an integral part of modern science as well as engineering, commerce in our daily life. It is an activity that involves interaction between a concrete system with the aim of representing aspect of that system in abstract term in of if concrete or implies real, diba? It often involves the representation of idea system. For example, a measurement can represent the average weight of the garbage from the community or the kilowatt hour usage on the electricity of household. Gaano ba kalaki ang ginagamit yung electricity? So we also need to apply mathematics. Next is the maximum profit of the business can have a particular product of a or an electron or complete ref among others, diba? So it is an application of science and math. So why intellectual game? Bakit ba sa intellectual din kailangan ng math? Is mathematics just an intellectual game? So an intellectual game are games of skills that require significant intelligence and cognitive effort. This game may be largely based on a wide or deep knowledge, where the major test is the person's ability to remember or recall. Discovering pattern in mathematics mathematics needs patterns of intellectual skills that make one mathematics abstraction a reality. Like board games, mathematics require visual imaginary because or before you can make a contemplated move, you have to visualize how the board will look after you make it, how it will be changed by your opponent's response, and how it will look after you meet another possible answer. So, games and mathematics both require a strong dose of patience, restraint, and concentration. Okay? Eto naman pangatlo. Why do you think it is a nature of mathematics, the art of drawing and conclusion? Siyempre, in making sense of this world in the nature characteristic of everyone must develop, making sense of mathematics using logical thinking is the foundation of reasoning and proof of understanding. Being able to reason is essential in understanding mathematics. So reasoning is a way to use mathematical knowledge and to generate and solidify new mathematical ideas. There are various examples in mathematical reasoning that will be vital to draw conclusion and make generalization about those ideas. Kaya ano siya, nature na talaga ng math. So next is the tools as a subject. Siyempre, maraming subject na. In many field in human activity, mathematics is undeniably a highly powerful instrument in investigation. So mathematics is applied in the field of engineering, theoretical and applied physics, astronomy, aeronautics, architecture, geology, geodetic survey. Even the life science like biology, psychology, and medicine includes numerous fields of investigation which requires knowledge of mathematics. Like for example, you're going to put steel on the leg or the broken bone on legs. Kailangan niya ng math, physics, anong angle para ma-straight nyo and then to put the said artificial steel to connect the two bones. In industries and business, an understanding of mathematics will be very helpful to understand interest, yield, amortization, di ba? And also problem solving and others. So next is the system of logical process. How does it work? In problem solving, it is an important component of mathematics. It is more than a vehicle of teaching and reinforcing mathematical knowledge and helping it meet everyday challenges. Problem solving is also a skill which can enhance the logical reasoning. So last, intuitive method. Bakit? Why? Mathematics have traditionally regarded institution as a way of understanding the proof and conceptualizing problem. So problem theories is not mechanical. Proving theorem thus requires more manipulation, yet it also requires the use of institution and ability to see what is reasonably not or not, and the ability to put all this together. Okay. Kanina sinasabi natin na mathematics as a science, 'di ba? Because mathematics is a science of pattern. So, pattern, give me an example of a pattern or additional points. You can comment it down below. So, give an example of a pattern. Anyway, I'm going to continue this. Comment lang kayo. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Okay? Next, a logical pattern is one way. So look at the figure, 'di ba? Look at what will be the next figure in this sequence. Okay, 'di ba? Nakita niyo may isang bilog, naging dalawa, naging apat. Well, what will be the next? A, B, C, or D? Write your comment down below for your answer for logical pattern as I explain it to you. Okay. What will be your answer? You're correct. Your answer is correct. Notice that the first figure in this sequence is a single circle. The second figure has two, and then the third has four. So what must be the next? The answer is D. Can you tell why? Because the second figure is just double the first figure and then double the next and then double the next. So your answer will be letter D having the third, tama ba? Having eight ano? Eight circles. Okay. So ito, na-comment nyo din to. The number pattern. Okay. Look at the number. What is the next number in the sequence? So comment it down. 11, 13, 17, 19, 23. What comes next? So, ang solution plus 2, plus 4, plus 2, plus 4, plus 2. What will be answer? Your answer will be... So, this difference does not tell us the pattern at all, but notice that the number are all consecutive prime number. So, your next number must be, ano? 29. So, nakikita nyo plus 2, plus 4, di ba? This difference did not tell you any pattern at all. So, the next number will be 20. So, next, let's have this. Ayan, dalawa na. Find the next two number in the sequence. 5, 6, 10, 19, 35. What comes next? Let's try. So the difference between 5 and 6 is 1. The difference between 6 and 10 is 4. The difference between 10 and 9 is 19. The difference between 19 and 35 is 16. This difference are squares of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the next difference between 35 and the next number should be 5, which is 25. Hence, the next number must be 60. And the last will be 96. Gets na ba? Oo, ang dali naman, di ba? BSA niyan. So what, math as a science and of patterns. So word patterns. Paano ba to? Pattern can also be found in language. The metrical pattern of point and syntactic patterns of how nouns are made plurals, or how verbs are changed to past tense, and both word patterns. Language is a way to communicate in inductive mathematics. So word pattern are used in decoding like consonant blend, word like group of two or more consonant that each make its own sound. Grow, blend, sleep, stare, sweet, free, blood, clothes, diba? So consonant diagram like words with two or more letters that comes together to create a single sound. For example, chest, shop, sheep, brush. shirt, shade, or vowel diphthongs. Vowels that glide in the middle, like boil, now, oil, soil, brown, cloud, rain, meat, both, cow, or vowel digraph, like a spelling pattern in which two or more adjoining letters represent a single vowel sound, like school, clean, each, feet, moon, chess, or cheese. Sorry. Diba? That's a word pattern. How about pattern in nature? Okay. Million of pattern can be found in the environment. The pattern occurs in various forms and in different contexts, which can be modeled mathematically, such as, for example, the symmetries, the trees, the spiral, the waves, the tessellation, the strips, minder, cracks, and many others. So pag sinabing symmetry kasi comes from a Greek word means to measure together. So mathematically, symmetry means that one shape becomes exactly like another shape where when you move it in the same way. Turn or flip or slide for two objects and symmetrically they must be of the same size and shape with one object having a difficult orientation from the first. Not all object having symmetry. If an object is not symmetrical, it is called asymmetric. Yung trees is a mathematics. Bakit kaya? And more specifically, a graph theory are indirectly graph, indirected graph in each any two vertices are connected each exactly one path. So tessellation or a tiling is a pattern of shapes that fit perfectly together. That is a pattern of shape and that have no overlaps or gaps. Okay. People are familiar with the waves, di ba? Nasa na tayo? Waves. Especially if they love the sea and ocean. So, yun, may wave din doon. Next is the stripes. Current research in biology have created convincing model pattern of the device as yung stripes ng zebra, yung giraffe, yung jaguar shot, the medium dark patches surrounded by dark broken ring, and ladybird shell pattern, different geometrical layout of spot and stripes. A general biologist Ernst Haeckel paint marine organism to show their symmetry. Scotch developed an arc. Thomas Thomson studied the growth of pattern in plant animals. Okay. What else? Where are we na? So, discuss ko na lang sa inyo to symmetry and asymmetry kasi yun ang madami talaga. Okay, next is the uh, cra- cracks and many others. You can have it, you know, in the environment. You can find mathematics. The Fibonacci sequence, ano bang pag-pronounce yun natin? Ewan ko. Fibonacci, a series of number, I'm sorry. Okay. And golden ratio. Okay. A series of number in which each succeeding number is the result of adding the two previous number in a sequence is called the Fibonacci sequence. Anong pag-pronounce nito? Ano, wala kayo mag-pronounce. The sequence is named after the name of Italian mathematician Fibonacci for fibrous Banocchi, meaning the son of Banocchi. But his real name is Leonardo Fassino Bigoglio, who lived between 1170 and 1250. He also helped Hindu, the spreading of Hindu-Arabic numerals through Europe in place of Roman number. So, nauna yung Roman number bago yung numbers natin. The sequence of two or more numbers are 0 and 1. The next will be found in adding up the two numbers before each other. So 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 2, 3 plus 4, so sequencing. So about ratio. Ratio is a special number, signifies pi, is what we call the golden ratio, which is approximately equal to 1.1618. This golden ratio appears many times in geometry, arts, stocks, and other areas, and discovery can be illustrated when you divide the line into two of the longest part divided by the strong or the short pattern is equal to the whole length divided in by the long pattern. Diba? Yun ang gusto-gusto nila mahamang pattern. Pero 3.14 lang naman yan. Okay. Next is the language of mathematics. The language of mathematics use symbols to communicate mathematical ideas. The symbolic language of mathematics is a distinct special purpose language. It has its own symbols and role that are rather different from spoken languages. It is not a dialect of English. It is mostly a written language, specially expressed can be simple expression can be pronounced, but complicated expression may only be pointed to refer to. So mathematical use symbol instead of use there are 10 digit 1 to 9 and there are 0 to 9 then the symbol of operation apat yun, plus, minus, times, and divide. Variable letters stands on it, yung mga letter na N or X. The mathematical expression used in mathematical symbol instead of words. You can, for example, the sum of 5 and a number x can be expressed as 5 plus x. A number decided by 12 can be written as y minus 2 um, s- and times time times a number and twice a number is increased by 5 can be written as 2x plus 5. Nantok na yata ako. Problem solving. Tapos na tayo. Problem solving. Okay, you can use deductive and inductive. Okay, pag problem solving refers to mathematical tasks that have a potential to provide intellectual challenges for enhancing your mathematical understanding and development. It refers to finding solution and answer to the problem using different methods. Okay, what else? What do you mean by deductive reasoning? Deductive reasoning is sometimes referred to as as top-down logic. It starts with a general case and deduce specific instances. Okay, and inductive inductive reasoning is a term. The term inductive is a reasoning from a specific case to cases to derive a general rule. It's sometimes referred to as bottom up naman. It draws in inference from observation to make generalization. Okay. Next is the problem solving in math, well, problem solving strategy. Ano ba yung mga strategies na yan? You have to clarify, syempre, the problem and read the problem carefully. Number two is to identify the key element of the problem. It is important to determine the information necessary to solve the problem. So, important detail must be identified. Uh, discard useless information. Pag di tinatanong, huwag nyo nang i-compute. Visualize the problem and draw the picture or diagram. So identify what are the important elements in the problem and make sure that to show them in picture or diagram that you will create that you have created. So most people better understand the problem through visual. So next is to create an a model of problem. So model drawing is by no means exhaustive, but it will open a new doorway for someone who has been struggling with much problem. So next is to look for the pattern. So determine from the key elements of the problem if there is a pattern you can work with. Kasi mas madali siya. Last is to separate or divide or cut out each problem into pieces. So any problem has various components. Think it is as strategy. So beginning, middle, end, and then solve the stages or the problem. That's it for our first lesson in math. So thank you. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and God bless. Bye.